Hello. This is the 236th Test from the Future, an experimental podcast from the year 2225, which we are sending from our present to yours. My name is Dirk.
And my name is Simon.
And what are we doing, Simon? Putting the past on podcast.
That's it. I completely forgot for a second what it is we do every week.
Just wanted to check if you still knew.
You say it each week yourself, so
yeah, exactly.
Thanks for reminding me.
I don't even think about it anymore. But we're putting the past on podcast. Yes, for almost 4 years.
Almost.
Yes, and today we have a very exciting topic.
As always.
As
usual. Let's say as usual, maybe not.
Unlike all the other episodes that everybody always listens to. We mentioned it a few episodes ago. Fast space travel is coming.
Right.
We solved all the issues. The colloquial we.
Yeah. We as people in the future.
Yes, future people. We solved all the issues. It's coming. People aren't buying tickets. So what they decided to do is give the first tour away for free.
Yeah.
You can apply.
And we're going to.
And we're going to live on the show. So this is what we'll be talking about in a minute. But we first have a segment in the news.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like an opinion piece rather than a...
Yeah.
It's not like this is definitely going to happen. But sure, so there's a call.
Yes,
from some robots, not all robots, a call from some robots that they would like to participate in the zoo swap.
Yes, in the zoo swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think an opinion, that's the...
Yeah, an opinion piece, yeah.
So this could be then our new segment, opinion.
Opinion piece from the future.
Yes, opinions from the future. So what is a zoo swap for our listeners?
So I was just trying to think, have we talked about it before?
I don't know.
So if we have... That's okay, listener, you can be reminded, and if we haven't, check this out. So, in the future, in our present here, a zoo swap is, so every other day, alternating days, in the zoo there are either animals or humans.
Yeah.
Meaning in the zoo, meaning in the enclosures.
Yes.
Like that folk go to look at, yeah? So, when the animals are in the enclosures, okay, then people can go and look at the animals. And then the other day, when it's the humans in the enclosures, well then, animals can go and look at them. Yeah. I guess other humans also can go and look at them.
That's I think that was the original idea, but like if there are humans in the enclosures, turns out other humans find it interesting as well.
Yeah.
If there are animals in the enclosures, turns out other animals, especially predator animals, find it particularly interesting as well.
Right, to look at, to just go and look. Okay, but then that's how it has been for a long time now. And, the new idea in this opinion piece was, how about robots getting on the action?
Yeah.
And then, in general, there's just the idea that why haven't they been included until now? But then, also in the piece, it goes into detail, how could it be done? So would it be, you can't alternate, yeah? So would it be like animals, humans, animals, robots, animals, humans, animals, robots? You know what I mean? Or rather just have a 3-day cycle?
Yeah.
Animals, humans, robots, animals, humans, robots, and so on.
I mean, I guess a 3-day cycle makes the most sense. To be honest, I never really gave it much thought. Why aren't robots included?
No. I guess you don't visit the zoo that often either.
Also because long ago it was just animals.
Right.
And I think the original reasoning was, hey, humans are kind of animals as well. It's a little unfair to just put the animals in the enclosures and so on. So then everybody kind of agreed, okay, how about humans as well? It's still kind of like a natural, organic kind of thing.
Right.
And maybe because robots are...
Yeah, they're manufactured.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe nobody ever gave it much thought, but that's usually pretty much the worst argument you can have. I didn't think about it. Yeah. That was an excuse until now.
I think also now, a big difference now is that, so this article was on behalf of robots who actually want to do this.
Yeah.
Back in the day, before robots had rights, there probably were zoos like with robot animals, but those robot animals didn't have a choice. And that's a very different thing.
True. Yeah. True. I also, actually, it's the same with humans and animals. A lot of robots, don't care or don't want to, or and don't really prefer to be in the enclosures themselves. But yeah, that's the same with, animals and humans. It's just a job in the end, It's like if your job is to be in an enclosure in the zoo every other day, that's your job. Have fun, Have a 3.5 day work week, if you look at it from that perspective.
Yeah, and at the moment it's 3.5 day work week, like with just the two, so humans and animals. I guess it will be can't do the maths there, but it will be less when it's a week divided by 3.
2 and
do a 30 is a simpler way. Do a 30-day work month. Why not? Then it's a 10-day work month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something I just realized that our listeners may not know, since we haven't told them. I was just saying how, so it's a very different thing now for a robot to want to be in a zoo, where in the past they didn't have rights, and if they had been in one, it would have been against their will. So to be clear, zoos now, so the humans who are in there are there by choice, also the animals.
Yeah.
Only sentient animals are in zoos.
Yeah.
And that way, so because they're sentient, they can give, they can agree to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and because robots are sentient as well, I assume maybe potentially at one point an alien is going to show up and say, hey.
Potentially? Potentially.
Yeah. And if they say so, then we'll have an answer. Because we'll be thinking about that at some point, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the robots are making a case for that. Personally, I don't mind.
Sure.
So,
no.
And if that's actually happening, I'm happy to go take a look.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who works in a zoo?
Trying to think. Long ago, I remember a cousin of mine was going out with someone who worked in a zoo, but I'm not in touch with them anymore, and I don't know if they're still together. So,
no, it's at least among the people that I know, the humans that I know. But of course, I haven't gone to the zoo in a while. It's at one point you start recognizing the people in the enclosures, right?
Sure.
So
the regulars.
But it's kind of like with celebrities, because you see them regularly, you feel like you know them, but I don't think they recognize me. Yeah.
Maybe they do. It depends how good they are at recognizing faces, yeah?
True.
Like, they see I assume they see far more people coming to look at them each day, so they would have to remember many more faces, unless maybe your face stands out to them for whatever reason. Maybe then they do remember you.
Or my hat.
Like your hat, some other feature.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see how that pans out. I would say that's about it for our segment opinion. Shall we move over to the contest?
Let's do so.
Yes.
So like you mentioned at the start of the show, there is this contest. We're going to enter it.
Yes.
And if we win, we get to go on this first space tour.
Yes, it's the first space tour. So, of course, both of us have been in space already within our solar system, but very little humans have ever left it. It even happened in the last couple of years. But that's just in our relatively slow tardigrade ships. Now, thanks to the alien technology, we have fast space travel. We had quite a few issues. We had to move Pluto. Then we needed to build these destroyer ships that
clear the path. Yeah,
exactly. These ships that clear the path, and that's basically the reason why I was on hold this year, because.
Go on.
Yeah, but what's the material again?
Right, so those destroyer ships, the ones that needed to clear the path, they needed to be made out of hypogastrium.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was in short supply.
Yeah, that's pretty much, there wasn't any of that in our solar system. It's really hard to make something out of something when you don't have that something.
Correct. And so the solution, which is a pretty ingenious solution, so instead of using hypogastrium, so they found, and this is what they're doing now, they make them out of hypnogastrium, which is so much more plentiful, which is important, and just as strong. And the only condition of its use is that the pilots need to believe in it. Yeah,
I read that.
Exactly. Their faith matters.
Some sort of mental connection there.
Yeah, like mental entanglement. And so long as the pilots believe in the hypnogastrium, the ship stays together, it clears the path really well. If they have a crisis of faith, oh dear. They've only done that in lab experiments. They haven't actually had a problem in real life, but so it's important.
Assuming they have co-pilots on board.
Of course. That's why I'm saying pilots, yeah. Exactly. Have redundancy. One pilot, has some bad food for breakfast and loses their faith at lunchtime. Okay, you need to have a co-pilot to back them up. So it's important that they also then eat from separate food supplies.
It's also what I initially thought, because hypnogastrium and hypogastrium sound very similar. I thought, they are very similar. That's why they're named so similar. Apparently that's not the case.
No?
Apparently in science it doesn't work. If it sounds similar, it works very similar.
Okay. I guess that can happen sometimes, but it's not necessarily the case.
Yeah. And in this case it was a coincidence, apparently.
Okay.
The way the material works, especially with this connection that you're talking about, very different than hypogastrium, which is much more gas form.
I see.
Yeah, okay,
But real handy.
Yes.
This has all been figured out, and
at least makes us very happy, because now it's coming.
Yeah.
And because not a lot of people were buying tickets, they're now saying, hey, first tours for free. They hope to get a lot of people on board, spreading the word, how cool this is. People will start buying tickets. And in the long run, they will also start to sell like individual tickets to individual destinations. But this first tour, and apparently what they're planning to sell the first months, years, I don't know, is always guided tours. For this contest, it's not first come, first serve. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it right now, but just filling in as fast as possible. But you apply.
Yeah.
And then they pick the bestest.
Yeah, some process. Exactly, folk who want to go on this tour fill in a questionnaire. We're going to do that ourselves in a bit. And exactly, they'll look through those and pick out 1,500 winners, I guess.
Yeah, and the deadline is not in, I think, 2 weeks or so, we totally have time. But we still thought it was fun to fill it in live on the show.
Yeah.
But maybe before we get to the actual filling in of the form, maybe we talk a little bit about a tour, at least the things that we already know, because it's not super, there's not a lot of details.
I think they're keeping some stuff secret, there'll be some surprises.
Also thinking, because it's the first tour, maybe they're kind of gonna wing it.
Or that, and maybe being a little cautious, like not promising too many things now, see how this goes.
You'll be surprised, and basically the pilot at breakfast goes like, hey, we're really close to this particular thing, let's go visit that and pretend that was the plan. So this particular tour, 14 days, I think 14 days, and it's the 14 days to the Mystic Mountain and back.
Right, so the destination is known. Exactly, so 7 days there, 7 days back.
Yeah, and I have to admit, I didn't know about the Mystic Mountain so far.
No.
Features prominently on the brochure. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember we once did an episode about top sites in space.
Yeah.
Wasn't
a while ago now,
Yeah, wasn't on our list.
No, not back then. But it's really, we couldn't go there back then. So.
Yeah, fair enough. But this was, to be honest, when we made that list, we of course didn't look at every single site in space from afar and thinking, should this go on our list? The Mystic Mountain sounds pretty cool. Little similar to the Pillars of Creation, but apparently a bit easier to reach. Yeah. 14 days there and back. Did you see the specs on the ship?
Like in terms of, it's basically a big hotel in space, yeah?
Yeah. It's way bigger than I thought.
Yeah. Right, so we mentioned already, I think 1,500 people will be able to go on this tour as part of this competition, this contest. But, the crew itself is also 800. 2,300 people.
It's massive.
It's a respectable number of people. And exactly, the facilities are really nice.
Yeah.
They're not doing like a budget version, at least not this first time round. Yeah,
it's also because it's room and board, basically, all inclusive.
Swimming pools.
Yeah.
Dining halls.
It's really like a space cruise. Huh?
Yeah.
But the thing...
dining halls? Banquet halls, that's what I'm trying to say. Dining halls, sure, there'll be food, but banquet.
Banquet halls.
That's what I'm talking about. Banquet halls, not dining halls.
Dancing hall.
Yeah, of course, ballrooms.
See, I haven't actually looked. I'm just making stuff up. Is that there?
Okay. No, there's a ballroom.
Okay.
A grand ballroom.
That's amazing.
So, of course, it's a tour, so of course we're going to be also looking at stuff outside of the spaceship. For some of the time we'll just be flying through space, so then there's all kinds of stuff going on in the ship.
Yeah, I will be spending a lot of time there. What I did see was they had like a big band.
So like a brass band.
Yeah. That's
Didn't spot that, but that's nice.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna spend some time listening to these people. But it was in general way bigger than I thought. You know, it's when they were initially talking about it and the first designs that I saw, I hadn't realized how big that thing was, because it's gonna go in these C-beam parts and it's gonna this shaking. I thought, you know, that's going to be quite annoying to start until it gets the right vibration.
Right.
Because with a ship this size,
that helps dampen the vibrations.
Yeah, exactly. Like a big ship at sea, you don't notice the waves so much because the ship is so big.
Right.
If you're in a tiny canoe on the same waves, you're definitely going to notice.
Sure. Yeah.
That's apparently the whole logic behind it.
Right, and then the rooms themselves would look really nice as well. Like really. I just keep saying nice, don't I? Very deluxe, lots of utilities isn't the word. So top of the line food conglomerators, zero gravity baths, space gear for going on so there are also guided spacewalks. So you have your own custom fitted spacesuit.
Yeah, and there's quite some gear included. They didn't really specify, but apparently there's the basic gear that you need in and outside of the spaceship is there in every room. What I like with the room is of course it's like half window, half not.
Yeah.
But other than that,
window out onto space.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, you don't really see what's up and down, because of course, depending on if the gravity's on or where you are in space and so on, it doesn't really matter. So the whole walls and ceiling, they were fitted with all kinds of
like handholds and cushions to sit on.
Exactly, basically in every direction.
Tie down points.
That sounded pretty cool. It made the whole thing look like, if you see it from afar, the ship looks a little bit like a thing blowing bubbles. Feels like a whole bunch of bubbles stuck together. Together. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, I would just already settle for just taking a quick look. Even
sure, right? Not to actually. It would be fine to just go for a day trip. Yeah, like look around the ship. Hey, but if they're offering this thing of a 14-day tour,
yes,
I'll go for that too.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe there's consolation prize. You didn't get it, but you get a tour of the ship or something like that.
That could work too. Though now I've really looked into it, now I actually would really like to go away for a couple of weeks. Yeah,
so we can apply for basically as a group. So from between 1 to 5 people. So we'll be applying as a group of 2 people.
Yep.
Counts as a group, 2 people. Yep. 1-on-1. And then there aren't even that many questions.
Not yet.
You want to read them?
Just
and then
5,
answer?
yeah. Is it 5? I'm just looking down. 6 questions. So sure, let's just do it. So for our listeners, we shall read them out too, that they know what we're answering.
Good point.
So the first question is, why do you want to go?
I don't understand.
So for some of these questions, it's like two. So there's 2 columns. You give an answer, I give an answer. I think that this is the idea is we just answer it together because there's just one field.
This is the group.
Yeah. For our podcast,
that's a good one.
Yeah, should I put that? So for our podcast, Tests from the Future, a very popular podcast about the future that we send back in time.
Yeah, and then we want to talk about this tour in our podcast
as an episode, exactly. So yeah, I'll
or several episodes if it's 14 days. We might just have like 3 episodes.
2 or 3, yeah, right. Yeah. Beginning, middle, and end. Nice. So for our podcast,
yes, but I also have to rely a little bit on your answers also here, because we did participate once in this Jupiter Gear contest. Remember a couple of years ago, You also applied. I applied. They thought mine was lame, and you won second prize or something.
Yeah.
You won the.
So I see what you mean. You want to lean on my answers.
Yeah,
not lean on, but let's go with my phrasing, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. But we've got an answer for that one now. So next question: how many people are you connected to? Okay, and here there's 2 or 5 columns. We only need the first 2 to put in our number of people that we're connected to.
Yes, I mean, it's
how do you want to count that though?
I mean, I can get the count basically. I can have it calculated based on the connections I've made in everything.
Yeah, that part. So sorry for our listeners, it wasn't so clear. Here in the future, everyone has. This is a standardized thing. Like back in their day, I think they had all these different platforms. You could have different numbers of followers or people connections or whatever. That's all standardized now.
Yeah.
So each of us have a number. But what I'm wondering is, should we include our listeners? Because that doesn't include the listeners to our podcast from 200 years ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because they're so long ago is not counted. Which for our listeners, we count you. We care about you. But this mechanism that we have in the future, it wants the people to still be alive.
Yeah, exactly.
And, from their perspective, you're not.
And has this calculation based on first grade, second grade, third grade people, and so on. So this is basically the number. I know out of the top of my head, but I can look it up. But you have a fair point. Like, how about all the listeners?
Let's add those in too, I reckon.
We should.
Yeah.
How about...
I'll look those numbers up later.
Yeah. I was going to say, how about all listeners quickly drop us an email?
Oh, perfect. That way we have a even more accurate number.
Yeah, just saying, hey, I'm there, just so we know.
Yeah, that'd be very helpful. So michaellasagna5@gmail.com. Please do that, listeners.
Exactly. And we'll just add that on top of the number from our time.
We'll check that later. So, question number 3. What do you look forward to the most?
Oh. So for me, that would be
many things.
Would be the big band.
The big brass band, yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it brass only, or do they have like violins and woodwinds and stuff?
They didn't specify.
Okay, but a big band.
Yeah.
Sounds good. For myself, I mean, to be fair, I'm actually looking forward to seeing all these things out so far away that humans haven't gone to before.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, there's big bands here on Earth, right? Okay, your answer is better.
I mean, hey, how about hearing them play while looking at all this stuff out in space? There we go. Combine
looking at amazing things with big band in the background.
Yep, sounds good. I'll put that down there. Okay, and okay, I should have read the next question. So, question number 4: where do you look forward to the most? So I said, stuff in outer space. Okay, but I didn't say specific. I was just, far away places in general. Okay, but of those, where do we look forward to the most?
So the thing is, of course, we had our space sites that we mentioned a few times ago.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you mentioned the Mystic Mountain a second ago too.
Yeah, that's what the tour is going to.
Okay, yeah. That would be too many people, I think, will say Mystic Mountain because it's where we're going. So let's not say that. What
I've been reading up on recently is the Dark Nebula and the Dark Rift.
Mm-hmm.
So on
are they close to each other?
No.
Okay, so...
And I also don't know if they're part of the tour.
Okay.
I'm going to sound ignorant if I'm going to say those things, right?
Well, actually, no, because it doesn't say where do you look forward to the most on this tour.
Oh.
Just where do you look forward to the most?
And it didn't specify some of the destinations.
No, so it could be that these are some of the surprise destinations.
Yeah.
Maybe they even decide those based on the things that people write in.
Well, we can even say the surprise visit to the Dark Nebula and the Dark Rift.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. So I'll put it down here. Surprise visits to the Dark Nebula and the Dark Rift.
Yes.
Perfect. And then if it works out that way, even better.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
We have some really good answers so far.
Yeah, I think so. The 5th... Oh, I miscounted earlier.
7 in total, right?
Yeah, 7. Exactly. You think they'd put numbers next to these, but they're just bullet points? Very strange. Anyway, so we just did the first 4. Question number 5. Do you have any special dietary needs? And again, 5 columns. Yourself?
No. I wonder, because especially with the... there'll be robots applying, right?
Sure. So then they'd want maybe oil-only diet.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine that.
Yeah,
they're going to have 14 days worth of falafel on the ship, and then to find out that half the people are robots, and then they don't need that.
Yeah, and some folk have various religious reasons or just their own tastes. They only want certain things.
And if there's some sentient animals on board, they have some peculiar diets.
Herbivore, carnivore, or the like. Yeah. Okay, but for myself and you, nope.
That's good.
Do you have any? Nope.
Don't worry about that. Just pick us.
Yeah. Okay, and then those. The next question number 6. Are you allergic to any of these things? Then it lists a bunch of things, which I'll say in a sec. I guess this is more. Yeah. Okay. These are allergies.
Yeah.
This is not a preference. This is rather, hey, I mustn't eat this because I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, or just not be exposed to it. I can also imagine, of course, cyborg chips will take care of pretty much every allergy here on Earth. But of course, we're going to be in space. That's going to be unexplored territory.
Okay.
So they kind of estimate what kind of things we could encounter out there.
Yeah. And so there are 7 items on this list too. So the things that it's asking, are we allergic to? Again, we have separate columns for basically saying yes or no. First one, solar flares. You allergic to them?
No.
So okay. I'm super allergic to them, so I'm going to say yes. Lasagna?
No.
No, same for me. I'm not allergic to that. Space debris? I guess it depends the size, yeah, but
I'm going to go with no.
Okay, I'm going to go with yes. Nuts?
No.
No, likewise. Bolts?
I'm just saying, if I'm unsure, I'm saying no. I'm afraid if I say yes anywhere, they're not going to pick me.
Okay, I didn't consider that. I guess maybe to make life easier on themselves, they'll pick people who aren't allergic to anything. I'm being honest. Because, for example, solar flares, I'm super allergic to those.
Really?
I don't want that. What I'm saying is if there are solar flares, I want them to have taken it into account, maybe put proper shielding on the spaceship, that I don't get fried.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's good. That's good, actually.
Yeah.
But then again, they put us in a cabin that's solar flare protected. So if you're saying yes, I'm saying no. I mean, you're in the same cabin. So
you should be covered.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it like that. Because if there's too many crosses, I'm afraid they don't pick us.
Okay, fair enough. But so bolts, I'm not. Well, so actually, lightning bolts, I'm allergic to. But because this comes directly after nuts, I don't think they mean lightning bolts.
Yeah, I think they mean nuts and bolts.
Exactly, so I'm not allergic to those.
Okay.
Yourself?
I'm going to go with no.
Okie dokie. The 6th one, milky pollen.
So I have no idea.
I mean, I get hay fever sometimes, but not from milky pollen, so no for me. I guess I see what you mean. It's something you've not actually... I've also been exposed to it.
Exactly. Maybe can we say TBD?
No, it's just a yes or a no.
Then I'm going with no.
Yeah, likewise.
So far, I've never had any allergic reaction to milky pollen.
Likewise. Okay, and then the final thing it's asking us if we're allergic to atomic kittens.
Ooh, I've had some allergic.
Had some bad reactions.
Yeah.
Okay, don't think I've ever actually been exposed to an atomic kitten, but. So no for me, yes for you.
I'm going to go with one yes, otherwise it's going to become
right. It looks a bit suspicious. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's your yes. Okay, perfect. That's all done. Okay, and then the final question: do you need facilities for a pet, there and or back?
Ooh.
So I guess you could take a pet there, or bring one back with you, or both.
You want to take some of your tiny dragons?
No.
No,
they're nice pets, but I want to be able to enjoy the holiday without having to also take care of them, not burning the place down.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
I'm going to say no. Yourself?
No, I wasn't going to take anything. I hadn't considered taking anything back. You reckon there's an option to get some really cool exotic pet?
I mean, yes. I don't know how likely it is, but I think there's the chance of it.
It would just be a shame if you go to some really super far away exotic planet near the Mystic Mountain, you get some really cool pet to find out, you can't take it.
Right, like you can pet it there, but you can't actually bring it. Or maybe you can bring it back, but if you don't book it in advance, the pet facilities are like really expensive. So it's the kind of thing where if you think you're likely to want to bring a pet back, maybe it makes sense to say yes now.
Yeah, shall we say yes?
Say yes.
Okay,
and then that's it. We later, before when we finish recording, we can just look up our numbers, how many people we're connected to, put those in, and then we can send it. And then, hopefully we'll hear back soon and we can let our listeners know what's up. Yeah,
since we're going on for quite a while, I would say the listener question, we move it to some more time.
We can do that next week.
All right. Then how can the listeners contact us?
So they can write to michaellasagna5@gmail.com and put into the subject line the number 236 so that we know this episode successfully went back in time.
All right. Then thanks for listening and see you in 200 years.
Bye-bye.